Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. You really need to sit down and pay close attention because what I'm about to tell you might just be one of the most game-changing stories for the Detroit Lions in recent memory. It's about a trade that honestly could reshape the NFC North and elevate Detroit's Super Bowl aspirations to a whole new level. Yes, I'm talking about the possibility. Yes, the very real possibility of Kyler Murray ending up in Detroit. If you think the Lions are already on the rise, hold on because this move could be the final piece in the puzzle, propelling them into serious Super Bowl contention. Let's set the scene here. The Detroit Lions, as we all know, have been a team on the rise for the past few seasons, but especially in 2023 and 2024, they've shown that they're not just a flash in the pan. Jared Goff has been fantastic, especially when he's been working with Ben Johnson. Remember, when Johnson took over as offensive coordinator back in 2021, Goff's numbers skyrocketed. From 245 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions in his first year with Detroit, things really took a turn for the better. Under Johnson's scheme, Goff consistently threw for over 300 yards and over 25 touchdowns each season. That synergy between quarterback and offensive coordinator has been a major reason for Detroit's offensive explosion. But here's the thing. The Lions are entering a new era. Johnson isn't with the team anymore, having moved on to other opportunities, and the team is now under new offensive coordinator John Morton. And while Morton has a solid track record, most recently helping Bo Nix at Denver, there's always that question mark about how smoothly the offense will adapt without Johnson's scheme. Goff is now 30 and the Lions need to consider the future. What if Goff, despite his talent, starts to show signs of decline? What if the team's success in recent years was more about Johnson's genius than Goff's raw ability? That's where the idea of a quarterback upgrade starts to make sense, and it's not just wishful thinking. Enter Kyler Murray. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Kyler Murray in Detroit? That's crazy. But hear me out. Murray has had his struggles in Arizona, sure, but his talent and potential are undeniable. We're talking about a guy who, just last season, threw for 851 yards, 21 touchdowns, and had a career-high completion rate of 68.8%. Plus, he's a dual-threat quarterback, able to make plays with his arm and his legs, which is something Detroit has lacked in recent years. Goff is a great pocket passer, but adding Murray's scrambling ability, he rushed for 572 yards and 5 touchdowns last season, would introduce a new dimension to Detroit's offense. Imagine defenses trying to contain not just Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery on the ground, but also Murray's ability to escape pressure and extend plays. Now, the big question is, why would the Lions do this? Well, for starters, the Lions are in a bit of a transitional phase. They lost their offensive and defensive coordinators during the recent head coach hiring cycle, and that's never ideal. Jared Goff is 30, and while he's still playing at a high level, Lions management might be thinking about the future. What if Goff's performance dips? Or what if the team's success was more about Johnson's scheme than Goff's innate talent? A new chapter might be necessary, and trading for Murray could be that fresh start. Plus, the NFL landscape is changing so rapidly. The recent Brock Purdy contract extension in San Francisco has set a new benchmark for quarterback salaries. Murray, who is now the 10th highest paid quarterback, is seen as a player with immense upside, especially if he can stay healthy and continue to develop his game. The Lions might see him as a low-risk, high-reward investment, especially considering their current roster. They already boast a strong running game with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, and adding a quarterback who can do more than just throw, who can run and extend plays, could be exactly what Detroit needs to take that next step. And let's not forget about Murray's potential fit with Detroit's offense. With John Morton now calling the shots, who recently worked with Bo Nix helping him develop as a passer, there's a good chance that Murray's passing game could see a boost. Morton's experience with quarterbacks who can both throw and run is a perfect match for Murray's skill set. The idea of Murray being a dual threat with the Lions' already potent rushing attack is tantalizing. Imagine him as a quarterback who can keep defenses honest, forcing them to respect the run and the pass equally. That kind of versatility can open up so many options for the Lions' offensive game plan. Now, I know some fans might be worried about the cost. Trading for a quarterback like Murray wouldn't come cheap. Arizona would likely ask for significant draft picks or young players, and Detroit would have to weigh whether the upgrade in talent and upside justifies that price. But considering the Lions' recent trajectory, their current cap space, and the fact that Murray is only 28 at the start of the season, yes, just 28, the timing might be perfect. You're not just getting a quarterback for now, you're investing in the future, especially with his ability to extend plays and make those dynamic, game-changing moments. While Murray's tenure in Arizona has been marked by some dysfunction and inconsistency, partly due to organizational issues, his talent remains undeniable. The Lions could be the perfect team to reinvigorate him, give him a fresh environment, and unlock his full potential. And let's be honest, Detroit's culture of resilience, their strong coaching staff, and their talented roster could be exactly what Murray needs to thrive once again. But of course, all of this hinges on whether the trade is feasible, whether Arizona is willing to part ways, and whether the Lions see this as the move that puts them over the top. It's a bold strategy, no doubt, but in the NFL today, bold moves are often what separate champions from the rest. The Lions have been building steadily, and with a little bit of luck and some shrewd decision-making, they might just pull off this blockbuster move. As fans, we should be excited about the possibilities. The idea of seeing Murray in Detroit, leading this talented team, with a new energy and a fresh outlook, is incredibly enticing. It could re-energize the fanbase, create new excitement around the Lions, and maybe, just maybe, push them closer to that elusive Super Bowl. The NFC North is already competitive, with teams like the Vikings and Packers always lurking, but Detroit's boldness could be what sets them apart in the coming years. In the end, this is what makes the NFL so unpredictable and thrilling. Every offseason, every trade, every signing could be the move that changes everything. And right now, the buzz is all about Kyler Murray potentially becoming a Detroit Lion. Whether it happens or not, it's a story worth watching, and I promise you it's going to be a wild ride. The Lions are on the cusp of something big, and this offseason might just be the turning point. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you, the Lions fans, think about all of this? Is Murray the missing piece that can finally elevate Detroit to Super Bowl glory? Or do you believe the team should stick with Goff and build around him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion really matters to us and to the future of the Lions. This is a story that's still unfolding, and we'll be right here to keep you updated on every twist and turn. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single detail, and stay tuned for more in-depth analysis, player updates, and the latest news from Allen Park. The Lions are on the rise, and this offseason might just be the most exciting one yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.